Better pregame speech guy on the Giants, Russell Wilson-Jameis Winston.
Okay, are you looking for inspiration or entertainment? Because Jameis might not inspire me, but he would entertain me. So I would say Russ would give you the rah, rah, rah. But I just wonder if it matters to these guys. You know, you're a grown-up. You're in there, and you got somebody going, we're going to go out there, we're going to tear their head up. And then you're like, all right, let's go. But I would say Jameis would be entertaining.
I'm of the camp that Jameis Winston is extremely annoying.
We only see a little bit.
Yeah, like I don't find him amusing at all.
Oh, I think he's not trying to be amusing. He's one of those guys that, like Fritzy, he's funny, but not when he's not trying to be funny.
I think there's a compliment in there somewhere if you dig really deep.
I think Jameis Winston is trying to be funny. I think he's like class clown kind of guy.
Okay, yeah, Paul?
I can't tell whether Jameis is in on the joke or not.
I think he's just odd.
Yes, but is that controllable? Is he calculated, or is he just goofy?
I think he's goofy. I think Russ wants to be something. I think he wants to be motivational. I think he wants to be the rah-rah guy, the leader. It just comes off a little too scripted. It's not like truly emotional. And then what's he going to say at the end? You know, whenever he does his interviews, when he'd be with Seattle, you go, all right, okay, talk to you later. Go Hawks. And then in Denver, all right, good. We'll talk to you later. All right, thanks for having me on. Let's ride. So I don't know what he did for the I don't think he did one for the Steelers.
Well, I mean, Let's Ride didn't go over well.
Well, when you don't play very well.
Yeah, but even right from before he even threw his first pass, we did about 3 straight weeks on Let's Ride. Maybe there was the video of him like, I don't know if he was practicing it or if he was like whatever he was doing. You know, I mean, Let's Ride did not go well for Russ. Fairly or unfairly, that whole catchphrase didn't work.
Yeah. But I don't think he had one in Pittsburgh, and maybe somebody in Pittsburgh can let us know. But we didn't hear from Russ once he went to Pittsburgh, and for some reason, we lost contact with Russ.
That's okay. Focus on your craft.
Yeah.
Let's right the ship.
Yeah.
Let's right the ship.
Yeah. Maybe you have a good week, good month. Maybe we'll have him back on. Yes, Todd?
For Winston, are you more likely to embrace or tune out odd, if we want to put the odd title on Jameis Winston? Each player obviously is different, but I wonder if the average football player would embrace that or find like, this guy's...
Well, what would you do?
I would embrace the oddness.
You usually ask a question...
Especially if he's the backup quarterback. I don't need to, I don't need to be his best friend. I don't have to have any strong feeling either way if Russ is our guy. But I would lean towards embracing the oddness as long as there's some entertainment.
Yeah, but why don't you ask yourself the question and then you give me your answer? You know, just say, you know what? It would. I would embrace the oddness.
That is a thought. That is one way to do it.
You can do that. Yeah, because you can't spell Todd without ODD.
I was waiting for that.
Yes.
Very clever.
Yes, thank
Nicely
you.
Done.
Yes, Seton.
I'm okay with odd. Odd as a leader sometimes, especially when your leadership abilities should severely be questioned anyway. But, you know, like if you're getting ready for the game and all of a sudden, like Jameis is like, guys, get around. You're like, oh, Jesus, here we go. All right, Jameis, go ahead, dude. I'm just trying to get out there and get one loose. Here we go. Jameis is going to do it.
He's going to eat a W.
Oh, my.
That to me was...
You lick your fingers and you put your fingers in a W. Let's eat a W.
What are you doing?
What? What?
What are you doing?
Okay, what's Russell Wilson say at the end of every interview now that he's a New York Giant? Fritzy, do you have a few?
I do have a few.
Okay, of course you
Shockingly.
do. Okay.
Be Giant was one thought.
Okay.
Jersey Boys.
They play there.
MetLifer. Be Blue.
MetLifer.
And why? Because we can. Gint Condition. Instead of mint condition, because they call them the gint condition. Blue Bloods. And then I also had Wee Men, as opposed to G-Men. They're the Wee Men. Be Giant.
I think Be Giant might be the winner there. MetLifer, the stadium. Yes, Seton.
I'm seeing on the interwebs here that Russell Wilson, whilst in Pittsburgh, would close press conferences with the phrase, win the seventh.
Seventh Super Bowl?
Seventh Super Bowl.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, guys, thank you for your time. Win the seventh. There you walk off.
Oh, that's awkward.
I don't know that that didn't really bubble up on the radar quite as much, but
Well,
I don't know how often he said that or if he really did. But according to the internet, he said, win the seventh.
And then with the Giants, what do they have? 2 Super Bowls? 3 Super Bowls?
I think they have 4.
4? So win the 5th.
Hey, Big Apple, bite it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I mean,
My Big Apple. Bite it.
bite it. Yeah, let's bite it, Big Apple.
Yes, Todd.
So why didn't he say? Why didn't he say with the
Big
Broncos?
Apple, bite me. Yes, Todd. Yes.
Why didn't he say go forth then with the Broncos since they had 3 Super Bowls? If he's going to play up numbers like he did with the Steelers.
No, he truly knew they weren't going to win a Super Bowl.
He was aware.
Yeah, he couldn't be that phony. No, he couldn't say.
Why didn't they talk about our Super Bowl? Why didn't they talk about our Super Bowl?
Let's Ride definitely didn't make sense because anytime anyone got anywhere near him, he went right to the ground. So he's not riding anywhere.
Oh, now you turn on
Needed to
him.
be said.
You turned on him.
I watched every play. Oh, here comes the rush. Down he goes. He used to scramble with the Seahawks and pick up first downs. He just I'm down.